Well, welcome to meeting number 23 of Spearhead Toastmasters. I am Surjit Lakhnotra, Sergeant at Arms for today. We provide a sportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. You are now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and that it may not be possible to pause the recording. There are some meeting rules. So they are, meeting rules are, please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise-making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, or politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audios off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others you would like to have for yourself. T-Mode, TTM, and GE. Please ensure a small audio video check before handing over to the respective role player. Role players, please rename yourself as role player, your name, your club name. You may omit the club name if you are a member of Spearhead. Please acquaint yourself with the role of timer. The timer will use background change or share the screen to indicate time using one of the three cards. Green means that you have reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicates that it's a good time to start concluding. Red specifies that you have 30 seconds more or you will be disqualified. Individual session timing will be explained in due time. We encourage you to use the Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute. Polls will be launched after each section and will be closed after 30 seconds. Now, I would like to introduce our presiding officer, Ragini. Ragini, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Surjit. Welcome, fellow members and guests, to the 22nd meeting of the Spearhead Toastmasters Club. Please help me welcome our esteemed guests in the meeting today, commencing with our Toastmaster Pradeep Biswal, who is also playing the speaker's role today. And then we have Toastmaster Anshu, who is also playing the timer for us today. Thank you both. My heartfelt gratitude to all the role players and members to help us conduct the session every week. Diwali brings with us lots of memories. I am sure for everyone it's the same case. Some wait to shop for the whole year's quota, and some wait to treat it as a cheat day to gorge on sweets. Some love the lights and some love the smoke. Some gets crates of liquor and some gets crate of crackers. Some contribute in Diwali house cleaning and some in diya decoration and mandatory rangoli. And finally, some commence their celebration a week before in a Toastmasters meeting, and they all are present in this forum. Our Toastmaster of the day today has an illuminating personality who has the superpower to lit the meeting with her sparkles. Let us give it up for none other than Toastmaster Surbhi with her theme Lit, Sparkle and Illuminate. Over to you, Surbhi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ragini. So firstly, I would like to wish you all a very, very happy Diwali. Often referred to as the festival of lights, Diwali is a time for religious rituals, an opportunity to spruce up at home, enjoy parties, exchange gifts, and traditional activities. So I'm pretty sure you all might have already started with Diwali shopping and visiting your friends and relatives for exchanging gifts, get-togethers, and night parties. So I want to ask you all, how many of you visit your friends and relatives on such occasions like Diwali and actually have a very great time? Just give me a hands up or anything like that. Any Zoom emoticon. So almost everyone, right? So I understand that we all have our work commitments, work schedules, routines in our day-to-day lives. There are times when we actually need our inner circle to spend some good time with. Lay off the unnecessary stress, anxiousness. So why don't we reach out to all these people at times like these? When we are so comfortable at going to these people to their homes, calling them at uncertain hours on such occasions, why don't we approach these peoples at the time of distress? So ladies and gentlemen, the point that I want to put across is, when we are so open to express our happiness, then why not our sorrows? At least to the ones that we trust, not only at Diwali, but in our usual days as well. So this Diwali, let us make a promise to ourselves to get in touch with our circles and also lend our support to someone in need on different days when we actually need them, not only on occasions like Diwali. So let us lit, sparkle, and illuminate this meeting with the festive spirit while moving towards the structure of the meeting. So a typical Toastmasters meeting comprises of 3 sections. The first section is the prepared speech section, where the speakers have prepared their speeches in advance and will speak their heart out. Then we have the most fun and interesting table topic section, where the table topic master will give impromptu topics to the people on the spot, and they also will be given evaluation in the next evaluation segment, which is conducted by our general evaluator and the tag dean to provide us a detailed evaluation, and it gives us all a chance to redeem. Talking about evaluation, I would like to introduce our general evaluator, who is my mentor and our very own president of Spearhead Toastmasters, Toastmaster Ragini. However, before handing over to you, I would like to ask a sweet and a short memory of a Diwali that you celebrated and which is very close to your heart. Any memory you would like to share?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Memories. So when Diwali comes, one childhood memory I'm scared of is helping my mother and my grandmother in house cleaning, which I reluctantly do it. And one good memory is that we have a get together every time and we dance on the dhol beats every time on Diwali. So this is my sweet and sour memories. With this,
Thank you, Toastmaster Ragini, for sharing this. And with this, I hand over to you to introduce your role and your tag team. Over to you.
sure. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So I have a question for all of you. Did your speech wow the audience always? If not, what could have done to wow the audience? Or maybe it was something you shouldn't have done. Where did the role players nail it? And where is the scope to hammer the nail some more? It's normal for these several other burning questions to arise after you have given your best. In Toastmasters, we answer them in the quintessential evaluation round. As the general evaluator, I will give a comprehensive feedback on all such aspects of today's meeting, and to help me in my task, I have a well-designated tag team. Let me introduce them to you. I request someone to spotlight. Surjit, can you? Yes, thank you. So to make our communication concise, we have the timer Anshu. Anshu, please could you display the cards as I announce it? So every prepared speech is subjected to a time of 5 to 7 minutes. You will see this green light, which we will see. Yeah. So you will see the green light at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes of time. There is a 30 seconds grace period on the either side. Every table topics is similarly subjected to a time limit of 1 to 2 minutes. You see the green light at 1, yellow at 1.5, and red at 2 minutes of time. There is a 30 seconds grace period on the upper side. Lastly, we have the evaluation section, which is subjected to a time limit of 2 to 3 minutes. You see the green light at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes of time. There is a 30 seconds grace period on either side. To make our communication clear, thank you, Anshu. To make our communication clear and free of any filler words, we have the R counter, Surjit, with us. He will make the note of pauses, repetitions, sounds, and fumbles like R's and arms, filler words like you know, so, I mean, etc., used by speakers and role plays. Thank you, Surjit. To make our communication correct, we have the grammarian Pallavi with us. Who would note down the good usages of this beautiful English language and also let us know where could we have improved, and by providing us some not so good usages or grammatical errors made by speakers and role players. Also, she is to introduce the word of the day. I would pass on the stage to her to introduce the same.
Thank you, Ragini. The word of the day today is, may I share the screen?
Sure.
So the word of the day is quintessential, and the definition here is representing the perfect example of class and quality, and the essence of a thing is in its purest and the most concentrated forms. Example, it was quintessential Italian meal. And second example, he is the quintessential salesman, always talking about his product and trying to make the sales. Thank you. I encourage everybody to use the quintessential word as much as possible in your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pallavi. And like said, it is quintessential to start the meeting on time and follow the Toastmasters protocol in a Toastmasters forum. It is my honor to be your general evaluator today. With the hope to learn more and become more resilient, I would now hand over the stage back to our sparkling Toastmaster of the day, Surbi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ragini, for this quintessential brief on your role and your tag team. So, Diwali is a festival which is celebrated throughout India, irrespective of any religion or culture. Although the essence of the festival remains the same across the whole country, Diwali's tradition and activities vary from state to state. So today I want to give you all an insight over how it is celebrated throughout India. So let us first talk about the eastern parts of India. The way the Diwali is celebrated in Odisha and Bengal. So anyone of you know how is it celebrated in Odisha or in Bengal? Anyone would like to tell about it? I am pretty sure Toastmaster Pradeep would. Yes, Toastmaster Pradeep.
Hello everyone. It's a normal like you celebrate in the northern parts, I guess. We first start with we clean our home first, and we put diyas and candles, everything like that. But one thing that different we do is we burn these long sticks for our ancestors, forefathers who were there, work on before. So we offer them food and everything, and we call them that you come in the darkness and go in the light back to your heavenly abode. So that was something different that we do. And apart from that, all the Rangoli, everything we do.
Exactly. As I said, the essence remains the same. However, every part of India tweaks it in their own form. So in Bengal, Diwali is celebrated as Kali Puja. On this day, people offer goddess Kali with fish, meat, hibiscus flowers, and so on. Usually, Kali Puja takes place overnight in several pandals, and it is a great celebration at Kali Ghat and various temples in Kolkata. Also, there is a very captivating way in which this auspicious festival Diwali is celebrated in Odisha, where, as Toastmaster Pradeep mentioned, they basically burn those jute sticks to seek blessings and receive luck on this day. So as we can see that there is a lot of time, effort and exhilaration that goes on in the kickstart of Diwali celebration. Similarly, in our prepared speech section, there is a lot of time and effort which goes on. And to demonstrate this, let us start with our prepared speech section. I would like to introduce the first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Pradeep, who is from Tata Steel Toastmasters. And nonetheless, this was the first club whose meeting I attended as a guest. And I loved the way in which Toastmaster Pradeep and his fellow mates made me feel comfortable and kick-started my journey towards Toastmasters. So before asking Toastmaster Pradeep to be on the virtual stage, I would like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Rama, to lay down his speech objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Rama.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Surbhi. Today I have got privilege to evaluate Toastmaster Pradeep Biswal, who is going to present level 2, project 3. His pathway is innovative planning, and the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how to Toastmasters envisions mentoring and share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. And the time for the speech is for 5 to 7 minutes. Over to PMOD. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rama, to lay down the speech objectives. So before handing to you, Toastmaster Pradeep, can I have an AV check, please?
Am I audible clearly?
Yes, you are audible, but can you please come a bit close to your camera?
Is it
Yes,
okay
that-
now? Okay,
yes,
fine.
it would be better. Toastmaster Pradeep, Lighthouse. Lighthouse, Toastmaster Pradeep.
How many of you know about the epic saga Mahabharata? Raise your hands or any emoticon. So I can assume that all of us know Mahabharata. So who was the best archer of Mahabharata? Arjun or Karna? Okay, that's a controversial question. We'll come back to this later. We all have our preferences. A mentor is like a lighthouse. The lighthouse is a milky, towering, misty-eyed tower with a yellow eye that swiftly opens in the evening, silently kindling and dousing its lights. Lighthouses are paradoxical things. They're beautifully designed, yet rarely seen. They have this unique duality, a building in the daytime and a light at the night time. Apart from showing the direction, mere presence of a lighthouse brings a sense of security to the sailors. Similarly, apart from showing directions in different verticals of our life, sometimes only a presence of mentor is necessary in our lives. Sometimes we need a person who will listen to us without judging us, without questioning us, without giving any advice. So that's what a good mentor does. The mentors are these beautifully crafted minds that understand us really well. But they're rarely seen. Because a few of us know who is your mentor in your life. Now, coming to the Toastmasters journey, I was fortunate enough to have Toastmaster Gangadhar, who is a member of my club, to be my mentor. And he is not Shaktiman, but we do tease a lot because of his name as Gangadhar. gave me a sense of direction or perspective even before the Toastmaster, because we were friends and we used to live in the same accommodation in a society. So we used to play gully cricket there. We all know how great these rules of gully cricket are. So one day there was an argument between us regarding this cricket, and then I got angry and I left. And I thought I will never go back, because that was the thing with me, that any sports fight happen, I used to take that with me to my place, overthink it, and ruin my peace of mind. So I didn't go to play. 2-3 days after, I was just going near that gully cricket arena to some place. So Toastmaster Gangadhar, he was playing there. He just came running to me and I asked, "Why not coming to play? Just one fight and you just left playing. What happens on the pitch should remain on the pitch only. There is no senior junior here. You need to vent it out. Just vent it out. You need to show it on batting, bowling, fielding. You show that. Why did you stop coming to play?" So then it went forth, hence and forth. It was a nice conversation, but it gave me certain perspective that something needs to be left out at that place. Maybe it's sports, maybe it's professional life, maybe anything else. You need not take it to your home, to your heart, to your mind. It will ruin your peace of mind. And when I started my Toastmasters journey, he encouraged me to take up a role in the executive committee of the club. I have been always a reluctant leader, but he forced me to do it. And believe me, without his support and encouragement, I would have never known that I'm good at making flyers and presentations or arranging meetings as a BP education. Even it improved my editing skills. One anecdote with Toastmaster Gangadhar I'll say over here, another anecdote. The last winter, he just called me and asked me that there was a meeting organized by the Toastmaster International for our area level, and I have put your name. I said, okay, I'll go and have some chat and have some fun time. Then on the day of the dinner, he said that he's not coming. Only I am representing the club because the dinner was being held in my hometown. So I was like, okay, I'll just go have my dinner, meet 1-2 people that I know from the other clubs that I met on virtual meeting, and come back. Two things happened that day. First, I got an award for the area as a technology master as my stint as the VP which he forced me to take up, and I did it for fun. I never knew that my work will reach so many people and appreciated by so many. And the second, I had the opportunity to break the ice from my side to meet a lot of new people and to interact with them, which I rarely did before that, because I never knew that I could do that, because I was a bit shy in front of people that I don't know. So I really want to say my gratitude to Toastmaster Gangadhar for showing me a different aspect of my personality that I didn't know that I have within me. So that's what Toastmaster does outside or inside if you get a good understanding mentor. All of us here superhero movie fans, Marvel, DC, just raise your hands. Another questions. The quintessential poster boys of Marvel and DC are Batman and Superman. Batman was trained by Ra's al Ghul, and Iron Man by his father at MIT. But they could not have become the persons, the end products they are, without the guidance of Alfred and Einstein in their lives. That's how I interpret those stories. So even superheroes need lighthouses for showing them directions. Now coming back to the questions of Mahabharata. Who was the best archer, Arjun or Karna? We all have our preferences. But we can all agree that Arjun was in the victorious side or the hero side, and Karna, despite all his valor, was in the villain side or the losing side. Arjun was trained by Dronacharya and Krupacharya, whereas Karna was a disciple of Lord Parsuram. But the difference was in mentorship. The Pandavas were mentored by sapient Lord Sri Krishna, whereas the Kauravas were mentored by cunning Shakuni. So this played an important factor in the lives of both Kauravas and Pandavas. Had Lord Sri Krishna been the mentor of Karn, his legacy would have been different. So this is the learning that I get from our epic scripture Mahabharata, that despite having the best of the teachers in the world, if you do not have a good mentor, you will definitely lose the directions in your life. And I wish you have found your lighthouse in your life, and I wish I can become someone's lighthouse. Over to you, Suzy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep, to highlight how a mentor can become the lighthouse of our life. And similarly, how Diwali becomes the lighthouse of our hearts and invigorates us to light our house to welcome prosperity and happiness. And with this, I would request you all to please wait for 1 minute to register for feedbacks to Toastmaster Pradeep on personal chat. Timer, please notify when 1 minute get over. Thank you, Toastmaster Anshu. Now, as we discussed about the Eastern India, well, let's have an insight towards the Western India as well. So, do you know how Diwali is celebrated in Gujarat? Well, the hub of trade and business, Gujarat celebrates Dhanteras on a grand scale. In many households, women apply kajal made from those flames of diyas to bring some fortune and prosperity to their homes. And coming to the northern part of India, where most of us reside, North Indians believe the popular legend of Lord Rama coming back from his exile to Ayodhya to welcome the homecoming of Lord Rama with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman. Everybody lights up their home with the rows of diyas. So in Punjab, we basically worship goddess Lakshmi, and however, there is a huge enthusiasm in the way the festival is celebrated in Uttar Pradesh. The celebration takes place at large in Varanasi, at the banks of the holy river Ganga. It is lit with eastern lamps that float on the surface of the river Ganga, while the priests chant prayers on the banks. So more about this later. Firstly, let's have a small fun segment with you now. As I promised with you all that there would be something unique in this meeting, I have brought a Diwali award ceremony for all of you. So I'll name an award and I'll give the characteristics of that award as well. So you all have to ping me the name of the Toastmaster in my personal chat, that who you think we should give that award to. And then I'll announce the winner depending upon the majority of the votes. So did you all got the sense of the game? Just give me a heads up. Okay. So the first award is the Atom Bomb Award. So this award is to a Toastmaster in our club who is someone who has a very strong presence and influence. So please ping me in my personal window and I'll just check for 30 seconds. Okay, so the winner is. So whom do you think is the winner? I got one more. What? Any guesses? The person is not in the meeting, by the way.
Rupinder.
Exactly. Our Toastmaster Rupinder, who is the mentor of our club, gets this Atom Bomb Award. So the next award that I have is the Calm Diva Award. Someone who is very calm and serene and has a very delicate presence throughout. Whom do you think should get this award? Well, I have my clear answer. Well, I'm getting very different answers, so it's a difficult call. Can I have some more? Okay, so the award goes to Toastmaster Ragini, whom I didn't expect, by the way. So congratulations, Toastmaster Ragini, you are the calm diva of our club. So more on this later. However, the way we are presenting this impromptu awards, we also have our next section, which is the impromptu table topic section, which is going to be conducted by the newest edition of our club, Toastmaster Harshal. So let us all welcome him with a huge round of applause. Over to you, Toastmaster Harshal, to conduct the fun-filled Diwali celebration table topic section. Over to you.
Thanks, TMOD Surbi, and greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I'll be taking you through the Toastmaster table topic section. So the purpose of table topic master is to facilitate table topics where guests and fellow members will have an opportunity of giving an impromptu speech. So this is a great opportunity to think on your feet and then quickly answer based on the questions whatever has been asked to you. Also, each and every speaker will get 2 minutes. So the timer will be showing you a green card around 1:30, and then maybe towards the end of your time, they will show you a yellow card as well. And by 2 minutes, they will show you a red card. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And as the number of people are less, so I'll voluntarily ask people to raise their hand if they want to participate, or I'll call them randomly. So anyone who's the taker for this? Before that, can the host please enable the screen sharing? Thank you. So any takers? Or let me start with the with. Is Pratima here or she has left? How about you, Anshu? Shall we start from you?
Someone has to note down the time.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
note down the time, Anshu. Please go ahead.
Yeah. You can choose any number among all these. What's your favorite number?
9.
Since the topic is let sparkle illuminate, so I hope the questions will illuminate you. So your topic is Diwali is the one time when everyone heads home. If you had to be anywhere else on Diwali, where would you like to be? I'll repeat, Diwali is the one time when everyone heads home. If you had to be anywhere else on Diwali, where would you like to be?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So this is true. Diwali is the festival where everyone wants to be with their families and with at home. But if this time, if I get a chance to go anywhere, I would like to go to my mom's place where I'll be enjoying with my mom, dad, and basically I'm at an in-laws place. So I would like to celebrate this Diwali with whole of my family at my place with my niece and with my family, brother, sister. So this is the only place I would like to celebrate the Diwali. And because I'm a home kind of a person, I don't like going out much. So and on festival day, I would like to be with my family only. Thank you.
Thanks, Anshu. I mean, everyone would prefer to be with their families or among with friends if families are living very far off and you have not booked your tickets prior to Diwali. So yeah, so that these are the only option. Otherwise, people generally go on treks and go for their leisure activities as well. I mean, everyone has their different way of celebrating Diwalis, right? So now moving on to the next question. Any takers? Again, I think I need to. Let's start from Aryan Chaudhary. Hey, Aryan, are you there?
Hi. Yeah.
So which number would you like to choose?
I will take 7.
7. So let's see what's there in for you. Okay. So this is interesting. So which is your preferred Diwali gift for people?
So I need to choose between these two, or
No, you can choose anything. These are just a pictorial representation.
okay. Just a minute.
You got just 2 minutes.
Oh.
So
Okay. Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm Aryan Chaudhary. As Diwali is nearby, and Diwali is a festival. Diwali is a festival in which we celebrate an occasion with our friends as well as family, and and we exchange gifts and we do different type of things. So if I have to gift if I have to gift something to the people that are around me, the first thing that I will do is I will categorize them in a way that how important they are in my life, or like that is something that I will do. And if yeah, like the ones who are very close to me, I know exactly what they want, and I will try to gift something to them which would be useful for them for a long time, or uh, they will think about me when they use it. Like if I have a friend who is going to US in Jan, so I will try to gift him shoes or a jacket, like or generally what I do is I'm a photographer. So what I do is I try to give people some photos printed in printed format, so that they have something physical which will remind them of a memory that we shared together. So that is something that I will give to the people who are very close to my heart, and to which with whom I have spent a good amount of time. So thank you so much.
thanks, Aryan. Thanks. That's really wonderful. And I guess all of us do it that way. I mean, we categorize set of people, be it office guys, your close friends, or the neighbors whom we don't like generally, and then we pass on them the Soan Papdi and the Cadbury celebration. That's that's why it was there for.
Cadbury celebration is something that you don't have to think about it, and if you want to gift someone, and just go for Cadbury celebration.
Yeah, exactly.
Soan Papdi also has the same thing.
Yes. Who would like to go next? How about Pradeep?
Okay, fine. I'll go.
Okay, Pradeep, choose a number.
8.
8. Okay. Just a second. Where is it? Okay. So now it's opposite to what we asked to Aryan. What will you gift or wish your worst enemy on Diwali? I repeat, what will you gift or wish your worst enemy on Diwali? You got a couple of options below as well.
Okay. Okay. Hypothetically speaking, if I had an enemy and I would give one enemy something on Diwali, probably it will be a closure to the enmity between us. Okay, I will leave your life. There will be no presence of me left in your life, and I would want the same. I won't want the same from you, that you also do not have anything to do with me. So just finish everything. I do not have that toxicity ruin my peace of mind or my life that happened between us. If it is a silly thing between two friends, that of course I would like to patch up and give it as a gift. But if there is some sworn arch rival kind of enemy is there, then I would hope that I never meet the person, and I will give him that I will never try to cross his path or be near around him anytime, because it is really silly and stupid to hold a grudge and keep thinking on about it, and then ruin your peace of mind, ruin the peace of people, mind of the people around you. That will hamper a lot of things of yours, mental health, as well as you cannot focus on a lot of things. So if possible, then I will do that. For that I have to have an enemy, but I don't think I have any enemy. And on a funnier note, on a lighter note, if I want to give him something, then I'll give him something very nice he really likes, but in a broken format. That would be funny.
Okay,
Over to
thanks.
you.
Thanks, Pradeep. That was actually good to hear. So, whom shall I call next, or are there any volunteers? Are there? No, no one's want to volunteer now. So, how about Pallavi?
Okay. I'll go for number 12.
Go for number 12. Okay. So, why do you think Hajmola is the best gift for Diwali? I repeat, why Hajmola is the best gift on Diwali?
All right. I remember the days when my grandparents used to visit, and they every time carry Hajmola with them because they are old, and every time I found Hajmola, the candies with them. So from there that time onwards, everybody is familiar with Hajmola, and I used to eat a lot, so I believe everybody must be liking this. Moreover, it is good for digestion, and especially during Diwali, because people have a lot of sweets, and they are the fair chances. The Hajmola is a perfect gift for them. So that's it. Over to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Pallavi. Yeah, I mean, with the Diwali festival around, we just hog on to a lot of sweets and a lot of oily and fried stuff without catering to our health. I mean, that's our cheat days, as Ragini mentioned. So Hajmola for sure will be very helpful for anyone around. Hajmola plus Eno. That could be an addition over here. So, Surjit, you're next.
Yes.
Your number,
Number,
your favorite number.
not my favorite number, but I will choose 11.
Okay. So share your reality check experience for Diwali vacation. I mean, people generally go home thinking that they will be celebrating it, but in reality, they end up cleaning their house. So what's your Diwali check, reality check experience for Diwali?
Thank you, Harshil, for such a wonderful topic. And I was last week, I was read a joke in the Facebook that if you got your horoscope that this week you are going really high, or you are going to touch the high. That means that you are not growing in your career, but that means that you are cleaning your fans or all of the things in your room. So that was the reality. But I think Diwali is the festival when we have very high expectation from ourselves, that it's a festival that when we got a chance to meet everybody and our near one in relative also. And also this is the festival when we become child, was the cracker and all the fun we do at Diwali at this age of 40 also. So this is the time when child come out of us in terms of bursting the cracker and eating the sweets. And this is really awesome time. So I think expectation from Diwali is really high for everybody, not for me, but it's for everybody. Over to you, Harshil. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Surjit. I guess this is a normal affair for everyone. I mean, whenever I used to go back from my college or something, I know I used to be shoved down the overhead tank to clean the tank. That was a annual affair. And being the leanest person in the family, I was asked to get into the tank and clean it from inside. So I know how the reality used to happen when I used to go back home during Diwali vacation. TMOD Surbi, let's start from you. Which is your number?
I'd like to take number 2.
Number 2. Okay. So story of bursting cracker gone wrong for you.
Well, I have been into a family of really mad people. My family is truly mad when it comes to bursting crackers, which, as we have read from our childhood days as well, that we should not burn crackers on Diwali. However, I have a younger brother, and basically I live in a joint family and they are my first cousins and we live together. So my younger brother is mad for crackers, and my father, also being too adventurous of a person, he likes to fulfill all his dreams as well of basically bursting crackers. So the tradition that we have at our homes is that we usually visit our farmhouse at night, and we have a small party that we throw for our friends and some close relatives, and we all have a good get together. So this is around 2019 when I came from my college, and I was so excited that I actually did a lot of shopping, and I was too excited because it was basically the second time that we were visiting our farmhouse, because the previous year it was something that was actually inaugurated. So we basically visited it for the second time, and my father had some lot of crackers to basic, and it was when basically I remember that I was going to burst this anar bomb that we call. So when I just went closer to that, my younger brother out of nowhere just pushed me towards it, and it was actually lighted. So of course I ran back from it. However, there was a small burn that I had on my finger, and after that I actually had a big fight with my brother, and that celebration turned out to be more of a Tom and Jerry thing that was going there. So there have been times when things go wrong, but at the end of the day, this is the essence of the festivals that we celebrate with our families, which actually makes us happy and ignites that spirit of happiness in us. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Right. Surabhi, that was really interesting story. Now, since we are left with a lot of questions and we have Rama and Ragini who have not spoken yet. So let's start off with Ragini. Ragini.
Yes, 3.
Which 3? Okay. Oops, I guess something went wrong here.
I can speak on expectation versus reality also.
No, we have some more interesting topics. So let's give you 4 then. Diwali is not Diwali without.
Okay, so as I also mentioned in my PO address, Diwali is not Diwali without a lot of things. A zillion of things could be are your family. Diwali is not Diwali without diyas, of course, starting with D. Diwali is not Diwali without decorations. But you know what? All this comes on the end stage. So some things which Diwali is incomplete without are house cleaning, which cannot be avoided at my house for sure because there are OCDs. And then there is one thing which you cannot avoid Diwali is getting those crates of cards and liquor. I don't know about others, but Punjabi families are fan about liquor and playing cards. So one thing which is again incorporated in my family is playing cards on Diwali. Now, lastly, since uh, Diwali gets us together for celebration and dance and fun, one thing which we should not forget is to be safe because there are a lot of mishappenings around. We have already covered through a great pandemic, and amidst that, we have another celebration coming up. So we should all be safe around it. That's one message which I want to pass over to the audience today. Over to you, Harsh.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ragini. Now, Ma'am Ramat Chopra. Which number would you like to choose? Oops.
Number 9.
Number 9 has already been taken. You're left with 1, 5, 6, and 10.
Okay, then 6.
First, your first thought on below image. I mean, what comes in your mind when you see this image? Especially in
So they
Diwali's
are
context.
cleaning their house, but putting garbage in other neighbor's house. That is not good. if we are clean, if we want to clean our house, or if we want our house clean, but we should not try to put garbage in our neighbor's house. We should also um, take care of their space and
Just to give you a cue, this is sweet, not garbage.
this is sweet. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but we don't give sweets like this. I thought this is garbage. So what should I do now?
You explain it in the garbage manner only.
Yeah, exactly.
So they are spreading sweetness with their neighbors. I can't. I'm so sorry.
No problem. No problem.
This is the
Maybe you would
vicious
like to.
circle. I was just saying that this is the vicious circle of Son Papdi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
true.
Sohan Papdi and celebrations, to be exact.
Spreading laddus in other houses.
I'm so sorry, my
No problem. No problem. So, who else is left over here? I guess everyone has spoken. Anyone would like to? I guess we have some more time, right? We can continue.
No.
No, time
Time's
over.
up. Yeah. It's
Okay, no
fine.
worries. Thank you. Then it's back to TM Modi Surbi.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Harshil, for conducting such a fun-filled table topic section. And I love the way you presented your cards. And I think Ragini cannot control her laughter. She is laughing unnecessarily since then. So with this, now let us continue with the insights of Diwali celebration in various parts of India. And the southern part of the India celebrates it in the most innovative way. In southern part of India, people celebrate the festival in the Tamil month known as Tula month. On this day, they bathe in oil and eat sweets to commence their festival. And also, apart from this, they also celebrate a unique festival known as Thalai Dipavali. During this day, the newlyweds spend their time at bride's parental home. So basically, this is the essence of a multicultural country that we live in. And festivals like these actually break the wall of religions and castes that we have. And with this, I hope I'm audible to all.
Your voice is breaking a little.
Is it fine now?
Better.
Yes.
Ragini, is it fine now?
Yes, better. Continue.
Okay. So I said that let us continue with the awards that we were having. So the first award is, the third award is the Luddy Bomb Award. So basically, we will give this award to someone who is very talkative and a very proactive Toastmaster. So everyone, please ping me their names in the personal chat. Just 30 seconds, please be fast. Well, I guess everyone, this was the most majority that I could see. Everyone has given me my name. So thank you for considering me being so active and proactive and talkative. So the next award that I have is the Rocket Salesman Award. So basically, this award is for our Toastmaster who interacts the most with our guests as well as the Toastmasters for roles, for events and everything. So just ping me the name. Toastmaster Rama, Toastmaster Sujit, please put in your votes. Well, with a majority, we have our Toastmaster Sujit taking the Rocket Salesman Award. So the next award that we have is the Firki Award. Someone who is very adaptable in all the roles, like someone who can perform all the roles very well. So please give me your names. Well, I have quite different set of answers, and Harshil wins this award with some votes, and so the Firki Award goes to Toastmaster Harshil. So these were all in all the awards that I wanted to give you all on this Diwali celebration. And with this let us now start with our last section, which will help us to evolve and adapt to improve in our roles, which is the evaluation section. And with this, let us bring back our general evaluator of our meeting, Toastmaster Ragini Rajpal, to conduct the evaluation section. Over to you, Toastmaster Ragini.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. 1 second. So this brings us to the most important segment, that is evaluations. I will state my detailed evaluation for all the role players towards the end of this section. To spearhead the process, let me first bring in my team forward so that I can evaluate them as well. I will start with the speech evaluator. With all due respect, I'd like to invite on stage my evaluator, Rama, Toastmaster Rama.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Wait a minute. So I would evaluate Pradeep's speech. So the way you started your speech, I like that, and you set your camera and you were delivering your speech. Uh, Means you are delivering your speech. Uh, Sorry, and I'm so sorry. I'm very puzzled today. So Pradeep, I like the way you started your speech, and I found you were confident, and the contact with the audience was very good, and your eye contact with the audience was good, and you are constantly looking at the camera, and your voice quality was good, uh, and the hand gestures and hand gesture and I'm so sorry, hand gesture were clearly visible, and you were expressing very well, and and the spoken language was clear and was easily understood, and your speech was very good, and it was related to your theme, and I like the way you connected your speech with Mahabharata, which was very good, and you concluded the meeting very well. I have only one suggestion for you, that you have to work on your pauses only, very little bit. Sometimes you were um, taking pauses, and all the best for your future speeches. Over to general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rama. I would now start with the evaluation of table topics. One. So our first speaker, our table topic speaker was Anshu. So Anshu, your speech was short and crisp. You had an opinion. You made sure to make some valid arguments. I just felt that you finished off a little early. I still feel there was scope for you to play around the topic. Our speaker two was Aryan. So Aryan, you took a little pause to think, which I feel is completely viable and is another strategy to start with. So you should actually take a pause, think about some thoughts, and then pour out. I like your thought process to give the people as per their importance in your life, good content and good examples added. Just that, structure it a little. So you had some opening, you said some opinion, and then you added your examples, but it should have been examples before so that people could engage in a better manner. So, and also maybe add a concluding line towards the end to give a closure to your speech. Speaker three was Pradeep. Pradeep, I heard you for the very first time, be it a prepared speech or a table topic. And the best thing, or I should say your USP about your delivery, is that you get absorbed in your speech and enjoy it thoroughly. So how this helps is it removes the consciousness and nervousness for yourself on stage. So keep up that spirit. And one small recommendation could be that be a little slow. So maybe in the audience, not everybody could hold the pace you're speaking on. So you try to take a little more pauses and speak. Okay. Then we had speaker number four, Pallavi. Pallavi, it is always a treat to hear your melodious voice. Your speech was structured, you had a good opening, then body, and a concluding line. That is what I liked about your speech. I would recommend you to add examples to your speech. So this will build up on the content. You will have more content to stretch in a span of 1 to 2 minutes, and it will also make it engaging because with examples, the audience relate to you. Our speaker 5 was Surjit. One thing that I constantly witnessed in your speech was smiles on the faces of audience. You started your speech with some humor, which is rare in table topics because it's very difficult to incorporate that in the very respective present moment. So great on that. Speaker 6 was Surbhi, always bubbly and sparkling, always adding sprinkles of her experiences in her speeches. I like the way you have so much to talk about on every topic and stories to share. Since you have the content generally ready on every topic, so start incorporating some additional features like some hand gestures, expressions, some modulations, which we generally apply in our prepared speeches, but now you can start applying it to your table topic speech as well. Okay. Then speaker 7 was Rama, right? So Rama, first, I loved the image presented on the screen and I still can't stop smiling. Then you describing it literally as garbage, it added icing on the cake. Okay, so on a serious note to both the table topic master and speaker Rama on this. So table topic master, table topics are for people to think on their feet and for the speaker to take its own interpretation in their manner. So maybe if she started with something, a different idea, which you had yourself in mind, you could have let her speak on that because it made her a little more conscious, right? And to Rama, so even if you did not get the right gist of the topic or somebody interfered with your speech, you should not stop in between. You should start speaking whatever comes to your mind. That is what table topics are about. So don't get conscious, keep on speaking. You had good content. So you started off with a very good line. It made us laugh, right? So you could have built up on that it is not good and some wise message added onto it. So keep continuing, okay? With this, I think our table topics evaluation is done. Now I would like to call upon my tag team to present their reports. I will start with the counter, Toastmaster Sujit.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am now presenting my report. I'm just sharing my screen. So here is the counter report. We have total 84 counter in the sense overall 84, and this is the count shown based on the repetition or like so well or other things. So 27 arm, 25 repetition, 1 like, and 26 hand or what, and 13 so. And this is the overall total of individual role players. So starting with presiding officer, I have not noted down myself. So presiding officer Ragini, I didn't find any account. So Timur Surbi, and she used 2 time 6 time repetition and 1 time a pause. So overall 9. Ragini in general evaluation, she used 1 time 2 times so, and total overall is 3. Grammarian Pallavi, I have not noted down her. Surjit, not noted down. So timer. So we have speaker Pradeep Biswal. He used 2 times 2 time repetition, 1 time what, and 1 time so. Harshil, he used 4 times and 4 times so. So word is I think favorite of Harshil. He used many times, but I noted down it 4 times. And Rama, evaluator Rama, she used 2 times 4 time repetition, 15 times and 1 time so. Also, she used and many times. Anshu, table topic speaker one, Anshu. She used 2 times, 2 times, and overall 4 times. Aryan Chaudhary, he used 5 times, 8 time repetition, 1 time like, 1 time 2 time so, and overall count is 17. Pradeep Biswal, he used 1 time repetition, 2 time and 1 time so. Pallavi, she used 1 time 1 time repetition, 2 times and or what. Surbhi Mittal, she used 2 time 1 time repetition, 4 time and 2 times so. Ragini, I didn't find, I find only one in your speech. Rama Chopade, she used 5 times 2 times repetition, and overall is 7. So that's all from my side. Now I hand over the stage back to our general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, the Rocket House salesman of the club. With this, I move on to my next tag role player, who is Grammarian Toastmaster Pallavi.
Thank you, Ragini. Thank you, everybody. So the word of the day is used 3 times. First, it's been used by Ragini. It has been used even before introducing the quintessential. Then it has been used by Surbhi and Pradeep in her speech. Thank you so much. The good usage of the word, I'll share my screen. So I hope my screen is visible. So the good usage, the idioms used by Ragini, icing on the cake, hammer in the nail, and the good usage of the words are like incorporate, inside, synonyms are being used like commence, celebrate, wall of religion, bubbly and sparkling.
Sorry, Pallavi, your screen is not visible to me.
Okay.
Is this the case with everyone?
Yeah, it's not visible.
I hope now it's visible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the good usage of the words are like incorporate, inside. Synonyms are being used like celebrate, commence multiple times by Surbhi, wall of religion, bubbly and sparkling, and icing on the cake, hammer the nails. So in correct usage is like something is being used multiple times. So I recommend avoid using the same words multiple times. Instead of that, we can use synonyms and try to put the garbage on the house. We should, instead of this, we should not put garbage. And the multiple uses of and in the sentence, instead of that, we can break the sentence in a short and or we can take a little pause instead of using and again and again. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pallavi. And with this, we move on to our next role player, our timer, Toastmaster Anshu. And Pallavi, you can stop sharing your screen. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshu.
Yeah, hello everyone. I would also like to share my screen. Okay, so this is how it goes. I have basically timed whole of the meeting. So it was supposed to be started at 13:15, but it started at 13:31. And then SSA was at 13:30, so it was at 13:35. So the whole of the meeting was delayed. So if I go further, so then the speech, if I go to the speech, Pradeep took 7 minutes and 23 seconds. Then if I go to table topic section, Aryan took 1 minute and 50 seconds. Pradeep took 1 minute and 42 seconds. Pallavi took 49 seconds. Surjit took 1 minute and 36 seconds. Surbhi took 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Ragini took 1 minute and 17 seconds. Rama took 1 minute and 37 seconds. And for me, I don't know who has noted my time.
We have you took 56 seconds.
Okay, thank you. So the table topics was to be started at 14:02, but it started at 14:07. So whole of the meeting is running late till now. So this is how it goes. Then if I go to the table topics evaluation, the evaluation of speech. So it took 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Then grammarian table topic evaluation took 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Grammarian report took 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And our counter report took 2 minutes and 58 seconds. So this is how is the time for the meeting. So thank you from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshu. With this, I will now evaluate the meeting and the role plays, and it will follow a sequential order. So starting with our Sachna terms, though with the technical glitch, we got 2 minutes late, but our Sajna terms set the ball rolling by starting the meeting as soon as we joined. Club mission statement and ground rules were properly read by the Sajna terms. So kudos. Toastmaster of the day. Theme of the day, lit, sparkle and illuminate, was a well-chosen relatable theme on this auspicious week of Diwali. A profound insight of how Diwali is celebrated throughout different regions was provided, which I felt was very innovative. You added it up with the fun awards, interaction with the audience through your questions and awards, of course. So I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I'm sure everybody did. Table topics master, a person who is setting benchmarks with every role he performs. So Harshil, you explained the table topic section properly. Table topics were appropriate and interesting. Appreciate the way you revolved the topics around the theme, and +1 for your fun, encouraging comments after each table topic speaker. Commendation on the speech evaluator. So it was Toastmaster Rama. I'm happy that you took the courage to participate. I know you struggled to start with your evaluation, but it is completely okay to have those jitters. I have it, everybody in this forum has it. So ignore that completely. Apart from that, one thing that I'd strongly recommend you to work on is rehearse your roles before, especially the speech evaluation role, before you perform it on the D-Day. Okay, and take the help from your mentor on the same. It will help you actually get that confidence to deliver the evaluation on stage. Now coming to my tag team. Timer, the role was very well explained. Times were properly read out. Timer cards were shown properly, appropriately. Our counter, Toastmaster Surjit. Report was detailed. You set an encouraging tone overall. Sharing screen and displaying the report creates more impact, and that was tried on the forum today. So kudos. Lastly, grammarian, Toastmaster Pallavi. Role was very well explained. Word of the day was explained verbally as well as through the chat box. What I would also like you to, I would also appreciate for you is to add more tips as, so you told us some good usages, you told us some awkward usages, but maybe tips on how to work on those awkward usages or how to improve grammars would help or add an icing on the cake. Overall, the meeting was conducted very smoothly. Speeches did not feature offensive language, and it was a fun and full of laughter meeting. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to the role players. With this, I hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Surbi.
Thank you, Miss General Evaluator, for giving us a detailed evaluation on this Diwali celebration. And with this, I would like to ask our tech master if the polls for the best auxiliary role player are ready.
Yes, polls for best auxiliary role player ready, and I am launching it.
Let us all take some seconds for voting. Now, Toastmaster Sujit, can we also vote for the table topic speeches in the chat box?
Okay, yes, I'm sharing.
We need to ping you in the personal chat, right?
Yes.
So everyone, please ping Toastmaster Sujit in the personal chat. I hope you have received all the responses. Toastmaster Sujit, can you please
Yes.
confirm?
I'm receiving. Just give me a minute.
Okay, let us move forward. So now, to conclude our Diwali celebrations, I'll give you all a challenge this Diwali. So as we start cleaning our homes, workplaces, shops before Diwali, do we ever clean our mind in such a way? Cleaning our mind from all those insecurities that we have within ourselves, all those self-doubts that push us back, or maybe all those fears that stop us from following our passion. So this Diwali, I challenge you all to start cleaning with your mind and head space before you start cleaning your workspace, which I personally think is the most important cleaning required. So let us lit, sparkle, and illuminate our houses and this world with happiness, service, and passion this Diwali and with all the coming Diwalis. And with this, I conclude the theme and hand the stage over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Ragini Rajpal. I think Ragini has some important work to do, and I will hand back the stage then to Toastmaster Surjit.
Thank you, the Toastmaster of the day, Subhi Mittal, for such a wonderful theme and going through all this theme. So now we have reached the end of the meeting and we have some guests. So it's time to get the feedback from them. So we have guest Pradeep. Pradeep, can you unmute yourself and provide us your valuable feedback for the meeting?
First of all, thank you, Survi, for asking me to give a speech in the club. I have never given any speech in outside clubs. I have been a test speaker in one of the speech evolution contests, but I have never given speeches in other clubs. So it was a nice experience. I had been in your club, I guess, one time before when there was an educational session. So it was really nice to be part of your session. And it was very well organized and conducted today. Starting from all the role players, be it the presiding officer, the star, you as the counter as well as the tech master as well as Surabhi as the TMOD, grammarian Pallavi, and timer Ansu. Everyone did their role really well, and also the table topic master. The topics given to us were really relatable and connected to the theme. So thank you for conducting such a beautiful session. And I would also like to thank Surbhi, you and Ragini who texted me regarding my speech. Means a lot and appreciate a lot. And I will look forward to having attending more of your sessions.
Thank you. Thank you, Pradeep, for such wonderful.
Let's have the voting for the best role players.
Can we do voting again for by removing the co-host access from the people so that they can also vote? So I am
Yes, I removed the co-host access.
okay. I am launching the poll for best auxiliary role player again. Please vote for best auxiliary role player.
Sujit, please launch the polls for the best role player as well.
Yes, I am launching it after this.
Everyone, please vote for the best role players as well.
Now I have the results ready. So starting with best table topic speaker, we have first table topic speaker award goes to Surbhi. And runner up is Ragini. So we have best auxiliary role player. This award goes to Anshu, Toastmaster Anshu. Congratulations. So for best role player, any guesses who won the best role player?
Survi.
Actually, it's a tie between Harshil and Survi. So congratulations, both of you. So we have only one speaker and one evaluator. So they are also winners. Congratulations to them also. Now, with this, we end up this meeting. Your certificate will reach you in your email once we uploaded these on the Zoom meeting. So now anybody want to say something?
Yes, I would like to thank Toastmaster Pradeep for becoming a part of our meeting and to actually take the slot at last minute. And we appreciate the efforts that you put in. And we want you to keep coming to our meetings. And next weekend, we have a joint meeting with our sister club, Turning Point Toastmasters. So it will be a great and a very exhilarating meeting. So please be a part of it. So, and make your Tata Steel Toastmasters mates also be a part of it.
Thank you, Pradeep, for speech at the last moment. Now, roll call. Anybody want to take the role for next week? We have one speaker. Actually, we have joint meeting between Turning Point and Spearhead. This week, Turning Point meeting is not going on. So it's due to Diwali. So there will be a joint meeting between Spearhead and Turning Point. So we have one role player from our club and one from Turning Point. We have one speaker, one evaluator. So anybody want to take any role, please nominate your.
Speaker. I'll take speaker, but I'll confirm within today, end of the day, or
Okay,
maybe tomorrow.
Harshil, you want to take any role?
Well, I need to confirm my availability first. So accordingly, I'll let you know. I mean, most likely by Wednesday, I'll get some clarity, but then I'll let you know what role I can take up.
Okay, okay. Pallavi.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Rama.
I am also traveling, so I'll confirm later.
Okay.
It's a long
I'm so
weekend,
sorry.
right? From Thursday to Sunday.
Yes.
Everyone would be traveling and would be at home.
So now I am stopping the recording.
Yes. Bye everyone. I